Okay, I came outside and all the dogs came outside too. They all hopped over here to say, hey, it's hot out here. Limpy, you leave your sister alone. Limpy! Limpy, get away from there, now. I don't know what that jealousy is coming from, but I'm not going to put up with it. Alright. So anyway, I got my piece of cement board here, my backer board cut. That's got to go on the wall up here before the all-in-one gets mounted. And I've got to take everything off that wall and rearrange things. So I don't want to do it with the Heatwave because the whole time I'll be doing this, it'll be a bunch of hours, and I'll have the no air conditioning, no refrigeration, no freezer, nothing going on. And if something happens while I'm doing the switchover, I could be down and lose a lot of food and things like that. So I'm going to give it some time because the latest report says the weather is supposed to go for a cool down starting next week. So I'm looking forward to that. A little box right here on top. This is actually a Wi-Fi connection unit that connects to the all-in-one. So I'll be able to monitor and control my unit from anywhere, as long as I've got Wi-Fi. I like that. That's going to be cool. So let me show you what else I got done today. Oh man, I have to keep taking heat breaks because I get so overwhelmed with heat out here working. I'm wearing a sweatband on my head, and once the sweatband gets so wet that there's still water running in my eyes, it's time to take a break, if you don't know what I mean. So I checked the garden soil with my moisture meter, and it's the soil is plenty wet, although I saw some of the I think it's the cantaloupe, either cantaloupe or watermelon vine looked like it was pretty dry. So if you can see here, I got a little setup going over here. Now that panel and this panel are going to end up on the roof, but in the meantime I got my WattCycle 30 amp charge controller hooked up to my WattCycle 280 amp hour 12 volt or 12.8 volt battery, and I got them running through my old power jack 240 volt split phase inverter. So I'm going to take that system out of here. That's got a little Harbor Freight battery in there with a Harbor Freight controller and one Harbor Freight solar panel up on the roof, and that runs the water pump out here to give me water pressure. So I'm going to be taking all of that out of there and building a new cabinet that all of this stuff is going to be in. And that new cabinet will be my little electric room, plus I'll set it up so I can hang some tools on the inside of the door and put some tools on a shelf in there, so I have stuff that I need to work out here handy and available at all times. So there's no rain in the near future, so I'm not worried about this thing sitting out right here. But if there was a chance of rain coming, I could come out and throw a tarp over this real quick and protect it. So that's something that I did today. And The other thing I did was I sat down in that chair right there and I'll show you how it's done. I actually plucked a couple of delicious grapes off of my grapevine. That branch up there's got a bunch of them on it. And those things are delicious. I didn't get enough to make wine this year, but I did get enough to enjoy them. I'll sit down and eat those things. Yes, sirree. So my tomatoes were a big failure this year, but it's not just me. I spoke to some other neighbors who also were growing tomatoes this year. Same situation as I've got going here. The plants came up, the plants flowered, the plants did everything that they were supposed to do, but only a few tomatoes set. Now I got one right down there that's almost ready to pick. But I had two others on here. I ate those already. Nothing to write home about, but I think the weather has just been too nasty for them. Now you can see they're not doing bad on the tops there. They got some growing going, but the heat is causing the leaves to curl. So I'm going to let them go and hope that the cool down next week is going to show these things how to grow. And maybe I'll get some more flowers yet and get some more tomatoes before the end of the year. So I'm going to trim off my basil. That needs to be trimmed back. And my pepper plants are now just starting to show some peppers on them. So I got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got about 20 peppers, jalapenos, starting on that plant alone. That plant's a little on the young side. And this one, look at the grasshoppers on there. There's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 grasshoppers eating the hell out of that plant. So I'm going to grab a couple of containers and clap them over it. See if I can catch all of those suckers. And I'll take them over to the chicken coop and let the chickens have them. That's going to be fun to watch. So my cucumber has got flowers on it, but just too darn hot to set fruit. Way too hot. It's not nasty. It's nasty, 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 nasty. I'm telling you, it's been over 100 degrees here for a little over a week now, and it's not fun. And going through a lot of water. The dogs are drinking about roughly 25 gallons of water a day. 25 gallons a day in water just for the dogs. And then the chickens are 10 gallons every other day. So 5 gallons a day. And it's ridiculous. Whoever's playing with our weather needs to stop. So anyway, that's about all I have for you today. Just wanted to let you know things are still going well. And with that setup right there, I have power. So I've got a extension cord with a 4-plex on it here, and I can run everything here. I can, let's see, I don't want to turn that on with anything on top of the blade. Table saw, chop saw, grinder, whatever I need to run out of here now, I can run it. And I will be putting some grow lights in here so that I might be able to get some more growing done even as the season gets a little older. And one of these days I'm going to have to fix this mess, because this is a mess. just shredding it to pieces. And as Jinx the cat always said, was it Jinx? Oh no, I think it was... Hey, somebody help me. Which cat was that they used to say, I hate Mises to pieces? Was it Jinx or Snagglepuss or... I think Snagglepuss was exit stage right. But there was one that always said, I hate Mises to pieces. Anyway, let me know in the comments section. Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is G-Bear, signing off.